90s, yeah, I am that old. And we were doing, we had a real focus on statistical process control, and you're going to have very tight control over processes. Then you go to a managed IT outsourcing company, we were doing managed hosting, and every customer is different. And they have, and we stopped just short of the application layer, and we're doing everything underneath that. And everybody, every single company is fundamentally different. They'll have different versions of operating systems, different software. I mean, it's just, it's in factorial, right? And so we looked at it and we said, the light bulb went on that, Cordys can handle this from a case management basis, that every instance can be an instance that goes down its own critical path, if you will. With, like you said, there's common things that are in there, but there'll always be some kind of slightly different path, right? And that we'll put triggers in there when there are points at which we have to have certain things done at a minimum, and that we can use the software to do that. So to kind of sum it up, we've been very fortunate to be able to operate a case management paradigm, if you will, inside that Cordys environment. And the thing that I'm excited about in the future is where are we going to take status? And the thing that we've been centering on over the last quarter, and we're starting to go really out to the public with it, is a mindset around every experience matters. And that's our mantra now. We went in a room and tried to write a big mission statement and everything. We came out and we said, it's just every experience matters. And it was perfect for us, because what we're trying to do is get our customers to have really good experiences. I want to measure that through NPS, through transactional surveys and relationship surveys, and collect that data. And when we don't have good experiences, find out why. And then I want to go fix processes, and go take processes and make them better, and make them better quicker, right? I don't want to wait a year because it's perishable, right? The customer says, I try to call in and I try to add a server, and it takes too long, and your guy doesn't call me back. It's like, I want to be able to orchestrate those steps and cut them down quicker inside that application, inside the platform. Case in point, and I'll digress for a second, we had a process that took 20+ days a few months ago that we took down to 2 days. And it's been a real success. And the customers comment on it. I can't believe it only takes 2 days to do this now. And it was because we did it in Cordys. We were able to set the web service layer. We went up and used the web services and hooked them into different places, took away some of those 6 approvals, right? And we redesigned the process. We're doing it quick. So this is all about a marriage of getting customer data real time. And we're getting it everywhere. We're getting it through social collaboration. We're sniffing the internet. We're getting it through Twitter. We're getting it in all the ways you can get it, and these surveys, and these customer forums where we sit and we get all that data. And how quick can I fix stuff? Because if it takes 6 months, I'll get it in a survey, and I've had it. Yeah, whatever. You told me you were going to fix this, and you didn't fix it. And I'm tired of talking to you about this. And we get that kind of stuff. So the whole conceit now is fix faster, right? And react to the customer, and then feed it back to the customer.
Absolutely. Well, I think what I'm excited about, and what I think there's a lot of interest, from the group that's here, is just how what's happened with the technology is opening up new business models. And what the aha that I had kind of the end of last year was that we've decoupled now sort of the commercial model. So whether you pay as a service or you do the upfront, license model that you guys had to do a few years back, that decision is no longer forced upon you. It can be a capital expense, it can be an operating expense, it can fit the way you want to buy something. So not only for people that are buying our technology, but for the way they're selling to their customers, that frees up a whole lot of thinking about what that go-to-market is. And the deployment model has also been decoupled. So to your point, Keith, you could start out on-premise, right? If you have a platform that's designed for it, and you decide you want to put that into a hosting service with the forklift, as you described it, John, you can make that choice, right? So having those two things, all of a sudden, not fully dependent and driving like in the old days, you had to buy the infrastructure, you had to have the guys keeping the lights on, you had to cool it and heat it, and you had to do all those things. Those aren't the constraints anymore. So it's freeing up all kinds of business thinking. We've got a company in Italy called Cloud Italia. It's a new service provider that went into the country and has basically designed things to say to their partners, come use our infrastructure, but create whatever you want to deliver for a service or a software, out to the channel. And by the way, we'll revenue share off the telco backbone, which is quite creative, right? So when you see things like that happening, what happens is you can take your hats off a little bit, and it's really, this reality that we've talked about is really coming into it.
That's great. All right. Help me thank these guys, and you're welcome to sit down for